Hey, welcome to Cape Scott Provincial Park. It's on the northmost point of Vancouver Island. We've been out here for 3 days now. We've got a foggy day today, but we did have some beautiful blue days the last two. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on long exposures and some focus stacking if required. Here we go! So obviously the first thing we need to do is find a composition. Here I've found a cool piece of driftwood. And we've got some nice fog slowly fading down into the ocean. I do carry a tripod with me. It's not essential for long exposures, but it gives you a bit more creative freedom. You can stick your camera on a rock or a little beanbag or anything you want really, just keep it still. So now I'm going to compose my image and focus. So generally when I have some time and a tripod, I put my camera into live view. And then I zoom in on the subject and I check the focus and adjust. Luckily for this image, we have what's called hyperfocal distance with this piece of driftwood. I'll put a video in the description explaining that, but it means that I don't need to do a focus stack. I have one image and that's all. Everything's in focus from the driftwood all the way out to infinity. With a Nikon to check the focus, I go into live view. And then I zoom in onto the subject and then I can see it, and then I just adjust my focus ring. It's that simple. I use Lee filters. You don't need to use Lee filters. They are one of the best in the industry, but they're also one of the most expensive. If you're not a professional photographer, just get what you can afford so you can play around with it. It's not necessary to spend a lot of money to enjoy photography. So with the Lee filters, because I'm using a 20 to 40 lens on a full frame, I need to use a wide angle adapter, which is this metal ring here that screws on. And then the filter holder clips on. You can get filter holders that hold more, but I only use the neutral density and a gradient filter. So the 2 slots is enough for me. Next thing we're going to do is set an exposure. So according to the Lee filter graph here, if I go 30th of a second, I can do 30 seconds with the big stopper. I've managed to just get it at 30th of a second, f/18 and ISO 100. You can have faster shutter speeds for when it's sunny. For example, 1/25th of a second will get you 8 seconds. And when it's darker, you can make it really long. You can, if you have 2 seconds normal, with a filter you can do 32 minutes. Normally only for night. I mean, it's not sunny today and I'm pushing it at about 30. So now I'm composed and set up. I'm gonna do my final checks, then put the filter on and take the photo. Yeah. So, first thing I need to do is make sure the focus is on manual so it doesn't try focus with the filter, because it won't work. Next thing I need to do is to change my exposure now to 30 seconds. Perfect. And then I do have a remote shutter, but if you don't need to buy one. You can just go onto time mode and set it to take a photo in 5 or 10 seconds, and that will get rid of the vibration. So I'm going to set that up now and put the filter in and we'll take a photo. Here's another little tip. I keep my filter in a big microfiber cloth all the time when it's in its box. The cloth keeps it a little bit cleaner and gives me something to clean it with when I take it out. It protects it as well. And I'll also show you what I use it for in a second. Here we are. Filter's in. I use the microfiber cloth to cover the viewfinder. What happens when you do long exposures is sunlight gets in there and it'll put weird artifacts on your photo. I'll put an example up on the screen for you to see. So you need to cover that. In winter, I normally just have my toque or a beanie for those in Australia, and I put it over, and that does just a good job. But right now I only have the microfiber cloth because I'm hiking light. So now I'm all set up, ready to go. My self timer's on. Gonna take the photo, and in a second it's gonna go. There's a click, 30 seconds. Okay, I got my photo now. And I just had a look at it on my camera screen, made sure I've got my focus and I didn't get any camera vibration. and it's all good to go. So now I wait until I get back to my computer and we'll put it into Lightroom. Of course you're shooting raw, so it makes it easier to remove the blue put on from the filter and just gives you more control. That's all for this one. See you later.